was just over doing the live show, selling some beautiful amethyst jewelry. But in addition to that, we also have a web presence, which is why we are on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I guess it's officially X now, and all forms of social media. What's that?
Nobody calls it that.
You know, I'm so glad to hear you say that, DJ, because it's no one. Isn't it still Twitter.com that you go to?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you're still going to Twitter.com. I don't want to know what you get if you go to X.com, but I don't think that Mr. Musk owns that domain. So anyway, it's Twitter to me. But so we have a presence on all of these forms of social media, and we do live streams where we give you a chance to buy some of our beautiful jewelry. We're a jewelry company primarily, although on TV we sell a lot of things outside of just jewelry. So you can find whatever you're looking for in the world of beautiful gemstone jewelry and gold jewelry. And in fact, while we're on the subject of gold jewelry, that's actually going to be our very first piece up. It's going to be one of our beautiful bracelets that we have around here. So we might as well just get started with that. So I can give you a look now. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I am actually seeing this for the first time. Wow, this is 10 karat gold. You would have fooled me. This is 10 karat. Now, I'm never sure how good these things, look when you're looking on your tablet or on your smartphone. If you go to our website, again, there's more information on this. In fact, if you're watching on TikTok and you want to purchase, let's see, that's the TikTok camera, I think, right? Yes. There's a link right up there. You can just click that, and that will take you to some more information on this. If you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, any other forms of social media, Sold 101 in the comment box will get you the item, and someone will reach out to you about finalizing the purchase. Anyway, but this looks like 14 karat. It's 10 karat. It is 10 out of 24 parts pure gold. There's a really good shot at all of the individual rings. These are all oval-shaped rings of 10 karat. They're tubes is what they are. They're little hollow tubes that they solder together to make every single one of these links. It's actually really time consuming to do. It is time consuming. It is expensive to do. There's a lot of hands-on involvement in making something like this. And so you wind up with this very expensive piece to make, and we're selling it today for $339.99 in 10 karat, which is a durable gold tube, which is also very, very nice. So if you're looking for durability in your jewelry, 10 karat is the way that you want to go because it is a more durable jewelry. And just there, you can kind of see it first for TikTok. A lot of you joining us on TikTok. Thank you. By the way, if you are joining us on any of our various forms of social media, make sure you like us. Make sure that you follow us. That way you never miss our live streams. You never miss our special events. We do a lot of very special events. We do more and more things too, which is kind of cool, that are web-based. And so we will have web-only specials a lot of the time. Events that are only, in fact, on our website, we always have something going on. Today, we have a sweepstakes. Every day we have a little contest going on that you can enter. And today's prize, I want today's prize. Today's prize is an Apple iPad. Mine's a few years old now. I would love that prize. So if you go to the website, you can enter that sweepstakes for a chance to win. Today it's an Apple iPad. Every day it's something different. And some days we've had a Roomba. Some days it's a gift card for us, for the channel. But today, Apple iPad. Anyway, and if you have an iPad, of course, you can download our app and follow us that way as well. But just take a look. I mean, this is a gorgeous bracelet. It's a 7.5-inch length. You have a lobster claw clasp on the end of this here. So that is what's going to join this together. So it is secure, strong, holds in place beautifully. I mean, this for $339. Let's face it. Gold jewelry has become very hot yet again. Gold jewelry for a lot of years was not as on trend, not as in style as it once was, and that's because gold pricing started to go up. Gold used to be a couple $100 an ounce, now it's like $2,000 an ounce for invest in it. So once that started going up, people were saying, wait a minute, I don't want to buy gold jewelry. In fact, I want to sell my gold jewelry. And people started getting rid of their gold jewelry. They would take it and sell it for whatever the gold was worth. And bottom line is there's fewer pieces of gold floating around the world today than there used to be. So the fact that you wear gold today kind of puts you in a more exclusive club, I like to say, than when everyone owned it and everyone was wearing it many, many years ago. So it's kind of cool that you can get this. And I always forget about this. Free shipping if your order is over $50. Well, $339 over $50. So yeah, you'd even get free shipping and handling on this. You know, in our Amethyst show that we just finished on TV, and they're still continuing with the Amethyst for another hour on TV. So if you want to check out Shop LC on TV, Amethyst there. We have gold, we have Sleeping Beauty turquoise, and a whole lot more on the live stream. So it's kind of fun doing these because now you have two ways that you can check out Shop LC and our live shows. You can do it here, the palm of your hand, on your device, watching us, or you can put us on your big screen TV and watch us there. And by the way, speaking of apps, we have, if you have a Samsung, LG, or Vizio television, and one of the newer models where those TVs have an app store, there are actually apps in your television's app store that you can download and watch our TV show 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right there on the app on your TV. We just had a new TV arrive at home this past week, Wednesday. When did it take an hour to hook up a television set? Now, I don't mean plugging it in and hooking it up, because you can't just do that anymore, can you? You have to download an update to the TV, and then it asks you all these questions, and you have to log into your account. I didn't know I had a Samsung account. Apparently I do, because I had to enter it in order to get the TV hooked up. Anyway, my soapbox, my rant. What's this? Earrings. Oh, yeah, some nice earrings here, too. Let's show those. Here they are. Now, these are in 10 karat, $199.99. $199.99. First payment, $40. Gets those home. DJ, what kind of TV do you have at home?
I think a Samsung.
Is it a Samsung?
I think so.
Okay. Did it take an hour to hook it up when you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was afraid maybe it's just me. Maybe I just went on a rant and it's only me. But no, I'm glad to know. Listen, hoop earrings in 10 karat gold. These are Italian made. Do you ever hear somebody say that and you wonder, so what? Because it's a common thing. If someone's showing gold jewelry, whether it's on a TV shopping show, internet, or whatever, and they say, hey, this is made in Italy. And you might say, yeah, what's the big deal about that? Well, there are certain places in the world that you associate certain commodities with, certain things with. I'm trying to think of another example. Watches, world of timepieces. If you've got a watch and they say that watch is Swiss made, you instantly say, okay, that's a quality piece then. It might not be, but your brain says that's a quality piece because it's made in Switzerland. If you have a German engineered sports car, I mean, there's certain things that just really, make you feel confident. With gold, it's Italy. Anytime you hear anyone say, that's an Italian-made piece of gold, you have to have a confidence factor. You have to feel good about that purchase. And the reason is because the Italians have been making gold jewelry forever. They're the experts in that product category. Not to diminish the importance of, because in the United States we make some great gold jewelry. Israel make great gold jewelry. Turkey makes great gold jewelry. There's a lot of places that do. South Africa actually has started getting into the gold jewelry game. There's some places that make great gold jewelry. But the Italians have been doing it longer, and dare I say, better than anyone else. So when you can buy a piece of Italian-made jewelry, and you get it for $199. I didn't even mention, by the way, $199.99. Let me just show you how big these actually are, because it's a good-sized earring. That is hitting the 1.5 inch mark on my ruler here, so just shy of 2 inches. That's a nice size. That's a good-sized earring. Not too big, not too small. It just kind of hits the sweet spot, doesn't it? That's the earring you're wearing. every single day. And for $199.99 to buy 10 karat gold made in Italy. There's that comfort factor there. Today is the 4th of February. 10 days until Valentine's Day. Now, you'll still get these in time for Valentine's Day. I always like to warn people as we get closer and closer. And I mentally always kind of look at 10 days out as the cutoff for delivery for the holidays. Now, you can do second day air, next day air if you want. On about the 11th would be the last day I think we can safely do that. Problem is, for normal delivery, because we usually say 5 to 10 days normal delivery time, all it takes is one snowstorm in St. Louis, even if you're not in St. Louis or Chicago, and all of a sudden shipping gets backed up. All the carriers, can't make it in time, not be able to get your package there in time. So it's always a concern as we get closer and closer to those time frames. Bottom line is, order today. If that snowstorm hits someplace else, then you don't have to worry about it. You should get your items in time, but you do start pushing your luck. The more you wait, the more you say, well, let's wait another day, let's wait another day, let's wait another day. I wouldn't wait any other days. I would say if you want something with guaranteed delivery in time for Valentine's Day, this is it. And a gold earring. I mean, come on, let's, again, just take a look there. That's the perfect size. That is the earring mom can wear, your daughter can wear, anyone at all. You can wear. You can enjoy these. And why not? When you see a gold pair of earrings and it's $199, yeah, you can treat yourself. If it is something you're interested in ordering, again, on TikTok, there's a link right up there. You just click that. If you're watching us on Instagram, on the website, Facebook, anyplace else, type into the box there, sold 103 would be the number for this one, and it'll be that easy. Someone will follow up with your order then and reach out to you. So it's very easy to shop here. I would advise you go to shoplc.com, 1, to enter that sweepstakes, 2, because there's always specials on the website. In fact, today there's some 25% off sales going on a lot of items, so it's always worth checking out on the website just to see what's going on. Always good things. We will always alert you, by the way, on the website when things are low stock and in danger of selling out. And this is one of those items, so we don't have a ton of these. So if you want to give gold as a gift for Valentine's Day, or you want gold for yourself, might be a nice thing to treat yourself to. That's a gold hoop earring. That is the perfect size. It is a true hoop, perfect circle of 10 karat gold. And at the price of $199.99, this is another one of the nice things about shopping this way. You know, for that amount of money, standard jewelry store, you'd be lucky in a lot of cases to get stainless steel. There's a lot of stainless steel jewelry out there, which I love stainless steel jewelry. Go to our website, you'll see a lot of it. $29, $39, even $19 and below. So that's a much better deal at $199 to get 10 karat gold as opposed to stainless steel jewelry, which retail would be even more money than that. So if you love them, call in and or log in to our website and you know what I'm trying to say. Link up there, or sold 103, 104. I've been on television for 2 hours now. I get into my usual TV pitch here, but no need to call in and order anything. It is even easier on the live streams. Continuing with the gold for a second, I've never seen this. This is really, really cool.
I agree.
Don't we like this?
Yeah, that's cool.
I would almost wear that. What size do we? 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Well, won't work. Maybe it's a pinky ring, which is not bad. And by the way, $279.99 is the price on this. I have never seen this. This is really cool. That's a great shot there. Oh, I get to use my new toy. Bear with me 1 second here. I was always having to grab, I hope I have it with me now, a ruler to point to the monitor. But I bought at Target. It's a pointer. However, it's also a pen.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a pen.
Yeah, that's hard.
Point. Yes. Yes.
That's
So now, I have a real pointer that I can use to point things out here. So, because I want to draw your attention to this little area right here. This is one of the eyes on our panther. That's a panther, by the way. The designers were shooting for the image of a panther. So you have the panther head right here. And right there, that little bit of green is actually enameling. I swore up and down when I picked this up that that was an emerald. The color nails an emerald. That is 100%. Everyone that sees this is going to assume that that is an emerald. No one's ever going to know that that is a piece of enameling. That is the coolest. Now the ring is 10 karat. So again, man, where do I even start here? It's just the diamond cutting. Every little point that you see here is a separate diamond cutting that is done to the gold. So you have all of this cut out work. We're selling this for how much? For $279. Even I get a little dumbfounded sometimes at these price points, and this is one of those. I can't imagine this at $279.99. That is really good considering this is 10 karat yellow gold. This is 10 karat Italian gold that you're buying today for $279.99. And it's not just a basic gold band, but heavily diamond cut. And then the enameling that is done to this thing, it is fantastic because all the way around the band, it is diamond cut. So as the light catches it, and it sparkles, and it just glistens and gleams and glows so beautifully. There is so much work that has gone into that ring, and it's just not reflected into the price of $279.99. I mean, it's three-dimensional. This is the kind, let me take my ring off, just so you can see where that came from. See this on the hand, because as you're wearing this, it's designed to be worn like that, so that the panther head is kind of offset. If you felt like, oh, I gotta have it right in the middle, you can do that, but it's designed to be worn over that way, so it's kind of in contact with the next finger, or I guess you could put it around the other way, and it's looking off of the hand. I don't know why I see that as a pinky ring so much, but I do. I think that would be just the coolest pinky ring. The way that that is designed, with the head kind of reaching all the way over on your finger. The inside of this, it's a pen, it's a pointer, is cut out. Now the reason for that is comfort. So all this little open area here means that it's going to stay very comfortable on the hand. So as you're wearing this, it's not heavy in the least. You don't feel this heavy, thick band of gold just suffocating the finger. It is perfectly designed and just perfectly finished off. Everything about this is done so well. And there is even a little bit of space, I guess you can see it on here, right back here. Now that is solid there because on the opposite side, on the outside, it's also finished solid. That's where a jeweler can size this. So the detail goes all the way around so far that usually if that went all the way around, then a jeweler couldn't size it. Well, I guess technically they could, it's just they would mess up the design so badly. So it's a nice way to be able to make it still sizable by your local, by a good jeweler. They can take that and adjust that. That's really nice looking. I like this. I've never seen this. It's not part of a collection that I know of. It just says Italian 10 karat yellow gold. That is really a cool design. $279.99. If you want to continue to grab those, do so. Sold 104 in the comment box, unless you're watching on TikTok, and then the link is up on the top there. Man, that's good looking. Okay. Anyway, speaking of things that are good looking, we have a gold chain to show you now. The Moderna Figarope. That's a new one. Just reading the description. Moderna, M-O-D-E-R-N-A, Figarope, F-I-G-A-R-O-P-E. This is also Italian made, and I see why it is named what it is named. I will point out right now, the picture on the website, if you're looking on the website, does not do it justice. It is.
I'll see if I can grab a video.
Yeah, it's so much prettier in person because it's one of these chains, and I've seen this one before, where as the light catches it and you see the detail, it's really spectacular. Now, the price on this is $877.99. I keep checking two places because sometimes our prices are different. So far, we've been consistent today. I like this. So $877.99. Want to make sure we get to the lowest price possible, and $877.99 is it for this chain because I guess on this picture you can kind of see it. On my web picture here, it looks a little bit more rounded, and it's not. You can see that there's actual little facets on every single one of these rings, and what happens then is it catches the light. Now, in fact, I want to just double check something here. Where's these my papers? Yes, let's see.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, you have them? I don't think those
No,
are-
this must have been this morning's. Thank you, sir. Okay. Because what I have here is correct. I think the images that they have might actually be wrong. Because what I'm showing here, the item number matches up. This chain is correct. Interesting, though. I think they shot the wrong item for the
Oh,
website.
Oops.
Yeah. Because, let me show you. Because this is definitely the correct item, what we have here. And it's right on the page here, too. Can you see the well, here's the thing. The name Figaro. Why would it be called that? Because it's part Figaro, part rope chain. So I hope you can see the difference on your devices here. Because it's a rope, and then you have these long links. The Figaro is traditionally what we call a 3+1, where you'd have 3 small links and then 1 large link. So what you have here is the Figaro. It has the long links, and then it has the rope in between it. So this is correct. Yeah, for some reason on the website, there's this, and it's the same image we have here. It's this all oval link piece, and it is definitely this one here, the Figaro. Because I love this one. I remember when we got these in, and I showed it on the television end of things for the first time. I thought that is the coolest design, because what you have is the marriage of a Figaro link and a rope link. I was just on the air with Dion on the television end of things, and we were chatting about this very subject, that when you've been in this industry so long, you think they have to have invented everything. There can't be anything new. And then all of a sudden, our designers come up with something new, and we say, I've never seen that before. This was one of those. I have been in this industry a very, very long time. I have never seen anyone take a Figaro and combine it with a rope link. It's really the coolest design ever. And so you wind up, and it is an 18-inch chain. Now, I'm going to question that, because it is actually an 18 up to about a 20. Actually, this would go, because that's an extra almost 2. Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to go up to almost a 22-inch length with this, because there is extension chain on this. So right, of course I've twisted it up now, right there is the extension chain. So that gives you that extra room. So you can actually take that and extend this down to, or up I should say, to about a 20, almost 21.5-inch chain. So it's a really cool design. So if you like this, we have this, and I've seen it. It's an oval link that is faceted on the outside. But this is, I don't want to say this is 1,000 times cooler, but I think this is 1,000 times cooler. I just love this. There we go. That's it. That is, yes. That is the figure rope as I see it right here. 2 long links that are joined together. Man, that is a gorgeous shot, actually. Where'd you find that?
It was on the website.
Really?
Yeah.
That is beautiful. I don't know who shot that. A lot of times these images on the website, we have a team, our home office, the parent company for us is in India. And a lot of times these images are done in India, and sometimes the photography team does a great job, and sometimes it's a swing and a miss. This is a beautiful job detailing the shine and the reflection that is coming off of this. So again, you can see this on the website. Item number is 7562670. If you want to punch it into the website, I'm sure if you just search figure rope that this will be the only thing that comes up. The first image you will see is not correct, but there are other images, including this video on the website, that you'll be able to see, because that does a really good job showcasing this design and how beautiful this is. I just like the fact it's something different. Listen, figure rows, been there, done that. Ropes, been there, done that. Combine them together to create this link, and then turn around and, by the way, this is 14 karat gold. So we moved out of the 10 karat. This is 14 karat gold. That is the standard in this country. If you go to a jewelry store and say, hey, I want to see your gold, they're probably going to pull out 14 karat. They might show you 10, but 14 karat is the standard in this country. Different countries have different standards. In Canada, you're more likely to see 9 karat gold, actually, or 10 karat gold. In England, you're more inclined to see 9 karat. Those are their standards. But in this country, no, we're likely to show you 14 karat gold. This is a designer piece. In fact, bear with me 1 second, there's a little hang tag here. Every piece of jewelry has to be marked with the name of who the manufacturer is and where it's from. That just says Italy. I don't recognize that designer marking here. Because for a second I thought this might have been from a certain company. There's a couple of companies that do, in my mind, the most amazing gold jewelry in the world, and this is not the one I was expecting to see, but it's beautifully done. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, that's for sure. I'm just surprised that it doesn't have a fancy designer marking on that. This is really a great chain. This is one for him. It is for her. It's $877.99. So to go under $1,000 for a gold chain that they're going to have forever, 7 grams worth of 14 karat Italian gold, and it's well under $1,000. You will love this link. This is a great design. Now, we don't have many of these. My concern gets to the fact that a lot of these pieces we don't have many of. Incidentally, just to point out, we've shown you 10 karat. This is 14 karat. We have 20 karat in the inventory. We have 18 karat in our inventory. We have just about every gold content possible. But 14 karat, that is the standard. That is in this country what you're more than likely to see in gold jewelry is 14 karat gold. That is a great link too. Now, if you are watching us on any of our forms of social media, again, I always like to point out these are interactive. If there's anything that questions you need asked or answered, then I'm happy to hopefully get you an answer to those questions. So feel free to ask away in the comment box, because if I don't see it, DJ's monitoring all the different forums. He will see your questions, and then hopefully we can get those questions answered for you during the live show here. So that's the other nice benefit. We do keep these archived. The prices are guaranteed until 4 p.m. on Monday. So these do stay archived, but as far as watching us live, that's the big benefit, because now if you have questions, I am happy to address them. Staying in gold, bear with me 1 second here while I take a sip of my water, because we are going to move into some heart jewelry. Now, again, not to get too cliche, but Valentine's Day is 10 days away. And if you're looking for something that will say I love you to someone special, well, heart jewelry is probably the easiest way to go, simplest way to go. You have a beautiful heart pendant that we're showing you right now for $249.99. And here it is. Oh, let me show you something, because these are all, that's a gorgeous shot. That's, again, now the chain not included, it's the pendant, but that is a beautiful shot of that gorgeous heart pendant. What I was getting ready to show you, though, is with any piece in our Luxoro collection, there's always this little card that is going to be included. What this is it identifies the brand, our proprietary Luxoro brand, and there'll always be some information on the back of the card. It'd be easier if I just read this to you just to tell you. Like, for instance, in this case, it says item description, and it will say 14 karat yellow gold heart pendant. It will give you the gold weight, 2.13 grams in this case, metal, 14 karat yellow gold, total gem weight, not applicable here, so we'll say 0. And then it will just indicate the item number, which corresponds with the piece, in this case, 7612473. So this is included with this right here. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that sweet? You know, I said cliche, and not that it is cliche to give heart jewelry as a gift for Valentine's Day, but it's, you know, the most common thing, I guess, if you want to think about it as far as jewelry. Okay, heart jewelry. The heart design says I love you. Jewelry says I love you. And even the heart pendant itself has those small little hearts within it. But I learned many years ago, many years ago, that most women who buy heart jewelry buy it for themselves. They just love the design, they love the shape, and so decades ago I stopped talking about it as a gift, just in blanket terms like that, because I learned you like heart designs, you like heart jewelry, here's a pendant, and it's $249.99. Okay, sign me up, because that's usually the way it works. You love the design, you love the shape, and I do want to show you one thing up close here, because the way that this is designed, it's actually a puffed heart pendant. If you look very close there, you can see it as it moves. How there's actually an interior, there's an underside that as the outside moves left and right, you can see through the windows to these little parts on the inside, because what that is that's the back side of the pendant that you're looking at. The reason I bring that up is because this is not just a little flat, stamped out of gold pendant. They actually have to do this in actually really 3 steps, if you think about it. Actually, even more than that. Because first, they're stamping out the one side of the pendant, then they're stamping out the other side of the pendant. Now, again, those aren't just flat pieces either. See how they dome. So they actually dome up a little bit. That leaves the edges where they have to solder it together. So it's like taking the ends of a sandwich and just tying them up together, leaving the meat on the inside there, but then it's sealed along the edges. So there's actually a lot more involved in making this than meets the eye, which again makes the price of $249.99 even more incredible, because this is a $1,600 pendant. And man, if you don't think that that is a $1,600 pendant, then you have not comparison shopped jewelry lately, because yes indeed, that is easily a $1,600 pendant. Whenever you get into gold jewelry, and especially something like this, where it's a beautiful heart pendant, and you get into this time of year because of the holidays coming up, here is a wonderful way for you to be able to get yourself a gift in gold, in 14 karat gold, that is beautiful and feminine, and there's a delicate, not in a literal sense, but in how it feels. And many women do make heart jewelry their signature style and their signature piece. To do it in 14 karat, you have a life to it, that it will be around forever. Now, anytime we talk about our Luxoro collection, again, this is our line of jewelry. We're the ones that made this. One of the reasons Shop LC is different, because yes, we are a television shopping network and we do web streams and all of this. We have a shopping network in Germany. We have 2 shopping networks actually in the UK. What makes us different is we are also a manufacturer. We have factories in India and in other places around the world, and we make a good amount of the jewelry that you see. Now, that one chain that I was looking for the designer marking on, we did not make that. So that's a closeout. So when it's gone for good. But all the pieces that say Luxoro, it's jewelry that we made. And so our in-house team designed them, came up with the ideas for them, and we manufactured them. So it's another reason why we can bring up many of the prices that we do is because we make the jewelry ourselves. So that eliminates a lot of the costs of manufacturing. I'm sorry, not the manufacturer, the middlemen that other places have that get involved in the jewelry. Okay, we have a personal favorite next up, and just in general I mean that because we're about to show you some tricolor jewelry. Now, this is exceptional, and I say that for a few reasons. First reason, tricolor hoop earrings we don't see very often. If you love white gold, you love yellow gold, you love rose gold, you have all three colors of gold in one earring. So you can wear a rose gold necklace and a white gold bracelet. This ties it all together. Second thing, look at the size of this earring. That is a big earring. This is not some small little teeny tiny, I can barely see an earring. This is noticeable. Third thing, your price today. Now, here's the thing. I have a price, and you probably see a price on your screen right now, of $529.99. Let me look at my paperwork here. Actually, the paperwork says $549. However, I'm looking at the website right now, and the website price for these earrings is $397.49. It's the same earring. It's in tricolor. It's exactly the same. So we've got the correct item. It's just what happened is between the time the show was scheduled and this moment right now, 2:42 Central Time on Sunday, the price dropped to $397.49 on the website. They put them on clearance, so obviously we're going to give you $397.49 as your price. So I would definitely take advantage of this because that is the price on these earrings. Let me just give you another look at them too because they are so beautifully done in tricolor, which is rose gold, white gold, and yellow gold. Yes, it is 14 karat gold. How do they do this? Well, remember 14 karat is 14 parts pure gold. So it's like 54% roughly pure gold. Any piece of 14 karat is going to be the same. 14 out of 24 parts, think of it as a fraction, 14 over 24. So 14 parts pure gold. That leaves 10 parts other metals. And it's that other mix of metals that can affect the color of the gold. So white and rose are achieved with a slightly different recipe. And if you look at the center, that's where your white is. Rose on one side, yellow on the other. The other earring will be opposite. Yellow here, rose here. That way you can have whichever color you care to right there next to the face. You can have either yellow or rose right next to the face, and then the other color will be on the opposite side. Anyway, so that is why 14 karat is so nice, because you can't do this as you get into the higher caratages. 18 karat you can to a point. Sometimes it's not real obvious though. You get to 20, 22 karat, forget it. You're never going to be able to tweak that formula enough where you can take the yellow and suddenly make it white or make it rose. So it becomes a lot more difficult there. That's why 14 karat is so great, because you can do so much with it. You can get white gold, you can get rose gold, and it's still 14 out of 24 parts pure gold. Let me get you a quick measurement on the earrings. They're going to be about an inch. About 1 inch in drop. Wider though, a bit of a wider earring. So if you're looking for something with a bit of a presence as it faces outward, then this is a good one. And it's one of the cool things about hoop earrings. There's a style, there is a variation of the hoop design for everyone. 14 karat gold hoop earrings are such a timeless classic. As you look at that finish, as you look at that shine, and you can see the diamond cutting through the various components on the outside. On the inside, it's just finished highly polished. They didn't diamond cut the inside. They don't need to. No reason to do that. There's a lot of craftsmanship that has to go into the manufacturing of these. And that look, that beautiful finish, all of that white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold is just perfectly put together. And you wind up with an earring that, let's face it, would work with everything I have out here. Well, actually, mainly yellow gold that we have out here. So, obviously, it's going to work with that. If I had a rose gold piece here, it would work with that. Sterling silver, it's going to work with that because of the white metal. Rhodium, platinum, anything at all. This is the safest earring to buy as a gift because you know it's going to work. The retail value for this earring is $3,700. $3,699. That earring right here, right now, is $397. Just in the past, however many hours since the show was scheduled until right now, that price has dropped from $529 to $397.49. Now, if we were doing a clearance event, we don't allow returns on clearance items. This is not a clearance event, however, so even though the item is on clearance on the website, you still have a 30-day return privilege. So for whatever reason, you get it home and decide, yeah, not for me, you're not stuck with it. You still have a 30-day unconditional satisfaction guarantee, so feel good about that. Then I want you to feel very, very good about this next pendant in 18 karat yellow gold. I feel like I'm almost visiting an old friend when I see this pendant because we have had variations of this pendant in silver. We just had it on last Friday or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. In silver and in vermeil. We've had it in 14 karat, but this is my personal favorite way to see this pendant, and that is in 18 karat gold. So, here, a couple of these aside so you can see it a little bit better on that video there. That is 18 karat gold. That is 75% pure gold. And there's two great things about this pendant. The first being, it's 18 karat. So again, it is 75% pure gold. There's a look at it up close. Second thing is how engravable that is. Now, the idea is that these are engravable, so that you could take this to a jeweler and you could have something engraved on it. You could have a signature, initials, what I'm trying to say, monogram done on these. You can engrave a message. You can engrave whatever you wanted to. More and more often, though, people are wearing these just as is. Now, the chain is not included, by the way. That is our chain. We'll find a chain for you, I'm sure, at some point. But more and more often now, this kind of pendant is being worn just as is. No engraving, no etching, nothing done to it at all. I have seen this type of pendant so many times over the past probably 6 months in either Instagram ads. I get a lot of Instagram ads for men's jewelry just because of what I do and things that I follow on Instagram. You know, that algorithm figures out what you're interested in and provides you ads accordingly. So I get a lot of men's jewelry ads, and there are a lot of men's jewelers who are now doing this type of pendant. 1 week ago today, in fact, just at this very time, last week I was at a kind of a nice mall in San Antonio, just buying. In fact, I bought this tie there on clearance. I'm a clearance shopper, and otherwise just looked around. We just wandered around, and there were a number of jewelers and retailers selling this exact type of pendant. So it is on the radar right now, and you have a lot of men who are getting these. There's a lot of women who are getting this pendant, though, as well. And that's what makes this, I think, so intriguing and so special, is the fact that it's appealing to everyone. So men love this, women love this. Speaking of loving it, on our website, this is a 4.5-star rated item. So after 8 reviews have been posted on this, it's still at 4.5 stars. That says a lot. There's hardly any restaurant with Google reviews or anything that stays close to 5 stars after. There's always that one person. Well, this is still a 4.5 star rated item after 8 reviews on the website. So there's something about this that people are loving. I just love the fact, again, that it's 18 karat gold. There is a depth to the color of 18 karat. I like how she's running that on that chain. There's a depth to the color of 18 karat gold that you really can't compare to anything else. 18 karat gold has its own deep, intense flavor, I always want to say. It's just this deeper, darker color that you will absolutely love. And by taking advantage of this right now at, what's the price, $247.99. This is the time. Thank you. Who just followed us on TikTok? Joseph. Thank you for following us. If you are watching us on TikTok and you haven't followed us yet, please do so. Or if you're watching us on Instagram or anything, please do follow us. Like us, share us actually, if you don't mind, with your friends so that they can check out what we're doing here. We go live on social media twice a day, every day, 7 days a week. Rare exceptions for holidays and things like that. So from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time, and from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Central Time, we're always live right here. We have a television shopping network, which is why I'm dressed a lot more formally than I usually am for the TV, for the streams, because I was on the television end of things right before I came out here today, where we broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you download the Shop LC app, which is a free download, and we have it for all devices, then you can watch our live stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's kind of handy too, just to be able to have us right there in the palm of your hands all the time. You can also catch our live streams incidentally on YouTube. We have a live stream constantly going on YouTube, which is kind of fun because you can actually back up the live stream too. You can go back like 12 hours. And so if you're wondering what was going on in the morning and it's 2 in the afternoon, you can go back and see what was going on. So that's kind of just a cool little extra feature that they have on the YouTube end of things. So for all of you who are joining us, welcome to all of you. Please do follow us, whether you're on TikTok or on Instagram or any of those. You can follow me on social media as well, Shawn Wilsie. Just search my name. I am the only person with that particular spelling, ShawnWilsie, in the world. So if you find me, yes, it is me. I had a couple of people try and impersonate me on Instagram a couple of years ago. I don't know why someone would want to impersonate me. Pretty boring, but getting to our rope, and that's the one that the pendant I just showed was on, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, it is. I was wondering, and the reason I was 18 out of 24 parts, that's 75%. Now you're up to 20 karat gold. So you're inching closer and closer to being pure gold. So there is more of the actual pure gold in this chain than there is in this chain, which is a great chain, but if you really want a lot of gold in your chain, then you want 20 karat, 20. Very appropriate that someone with the nickname Gold Lover just joined us right now on, what stream am I seeing here? On this
Instagram.
Stream? That's Instagram. So Gold Lover, you've tuned in at the right time, and everything that I've just said is probably old news to you, but I know there's someone watching who is not aware of these things, and so that's why I always try and take a moment or two and explain this. 20 karat gold is not common in this country, and that's one of the reasons I love showing things like this. And it's one of the reasons I think Shop LC is so great, because we do stock 20 karat. We stock 20, we stock 22, and yes, we even have 24 karat gold jewelry. If you go to shoplc.com, in the search box, just type in 22K or 24K, you'll see all of our various offerings in 24 karat and 22 karat. This is 20 karat gold. Now, the cool thing about that is you kind of hit the sweet spot. You still have a lot of pure gold in your piece of jewelry, but you're not to the point where I don't want to say 24 karat is too soft to wear as jewelry. It isn't. You can wear it. You can wear it comfortably if it's made properly. If it's not made properly, then it can be a bit on the too soft side. 20 karat is never going to be like that. What I'm doing is I'm actually searching just to see. I'm getting out our app, Shop LC app, which you can download to your devices. Again, we stream our program 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's the live show right now. They're showing an amethyst bracelet. But what I'm going to do is in our search box on the top there, I'm just going to type in 20 and K, and then, well, here we go. There's not much in 20 karat in the inventory right now. There's actually just a couple things. One of them is this chain right here. We have a dragon bar pendant, which is actually kind of cool. And that is $459. And then this chain, which I haven't even mentioned, is $547.99. Now, if I type in 22K, okay, a few more hits. And so there's more. Wow, actually, there's a lot more. Look at that, in 22 carats. So a few more offerings there. Obviously, there's going to be more money. More money because it has more of the pure gold within it. Now, that's again why 20 karat hits that sweet spot, because yes, you're still getting a lot of pure gold, but you're still have that little 4 out of the 24 parts that is going to be something else. Now, anybody can wear this. I don't want to scare anyone off by saying the something else. It's always going to be a precious metal of some form. But it has 20 out of the 24 parts pure gold, and that's what gives it, honestly, a very distinctive color. It is closer to 24 karat in color than 18 karat in color. And Joseph, thank you for the question. What is electroform? Electroform takes us into a whole nother, and I'm going to see if I have an example here. I don't think I do. Electroform is when jewelry is made that starts as a wax mold. And so if I were to make usually done on pendants, sometimes on rings and earrings. If I were to make a pendant and I use the electroform process, I would start by making what I want the design to be out of wax. So I would take some wax, I would make a star, let's just say. And so I form my star out of wax. That is then coated with a material that the gold gets drawn to, and it's put into what they call an electroform bath. And the 14 karat or 18 karat, or whatever the gold you have in a molten state is, gets drawn to that material. Then a little hole, once it's hardened, because again the gold will eventually harden then once it's cooled, the little hole is drilled through. And it's heated just enough so the wax melts away. You know, wax melts at a very low temperature. So once the wax is melted away, you are left with a shell. I would say it's kind of like an M&M. If you were to take an M&M, candy shell, chocolate in the center, drill a hole, and then somehow melt the chocolate away, you still have the shell on the outside. Well, you still have your 14 karat or your 18 karat on the outside. You've melted away the wax through that little hole. Now, some jewelers will cover that hole with another piece of wax. Some will leave it. So that's why sometimes you'll see an electroform piece with a little hole on it. They just never didn't bother to put a little piece of gold over that hole. Sometimes, however, they'll cover it up. So very good question, Joseph. Appreciate that. You're a very smart individual, I can tell. So good question. And we're going to stay in, I beg your pardon, we're going to move from 20 karat into 22 karat
And I
gold.
believe this will be our last gold piece.
Oh, okay. Final gold piece, and well, actually, what a good one to go out with then, because now we are showing you 22 karat, since I happen to have my 22 karat search still right here on the app. Oh, and by the way, just Joseph, there is a 22 karat electroform Byzantine on the website, since you were just asking about that. $3,000, but it's a very heavy piece, and electroform does get expensive. Anyway, this is at $389.99. Reason I wanted to, since I have the app right here, this actually is one of the more affordable pieces of 22 karat gold. Just about every other piece on the website right now is at least $1,000. So this is a very affordable way to try 22 karat gold. And I think you'll love it. I think you will. I think you will really enjoy having 22 karat gold in this Spiga necklace. 2.05 grams is the gram weight on this. I'll look back to make sure I got. Glad I caught your question, Joseph. Just seeing if there was anyone else. I don't see anyone else that has asked anything. Okay, just want to make sure. So, what was I saying? Oh, the thing about this necklace is it could be the perfect pendant chain. I mentioned earlier one of our gorgeous pendants. Where actually is this? Is this it? Speaking of that, is not.
It should be the one on the heart, I think.
I think you're right. Yes, indeed. I think you're right. Two things were kind of a giveaway. First off, that color. 22 karat is going to have even a closer to gold color than the 20 karat that we just had a moment ago. So that's one little giveaway there. That yes, that is 22 karat. I must say, one of the things that always to this day surprises me about these 20, 22, and 24 karat in particular pieces, when you get one home, first thing you're going to do is you're going to feel the heft of this. This is a heavy piece of jewelry. Now, the gram weight is 2.05 grams, so, okay, on paper, not the heaviest piece of jewelry ever. There is something about the heft of pieces of gold as you get higher up with the gold content. And there's a reason for that. It is because they are denser, and so they just feel heavier. So when your brain looks at something, it says, okay, that chain is of this dimension and this size. I know how heavy it's going to be. It'd be no different if I had two 1-gallon jugs that were painted white or black, so you couldn't see what was inside of them. One of those 1-gallon jugs had milk in it. The other one had cotton balls in it. In your brain, you're thinking, okay, I know how heavy those 1-gallon jugs are because I've handled a 1-gallon jug of milk a million times. And so you're going to go down and you're going to pick that up with a certain force. And you're going to milk. Okay, I was right. Brain is still thinking, okay, that's a gallon of milk there. You go to pick up the one not knowing it has cotton balls, and whoa, you're probably going to throw it over your shoulder because you picked it up with such force. Same thing as you get into gold like this, because now your brain is thinking, I know how heavy it is, and your brain's going to be surprised when you feel the heft of a higher carat weight gold piece. 22 and 24 karat are the two where that really happens. And so you've got this density and this heft to the piece that is a nice surprise. Believe me, this is a good thing that this happens. It's a heavy piece, and it's wonderful for that reason. So you're going to get this gold home that, again, just looks amazing because it is 22 karat. It's a Spiga design, and this shot really does that. That's why I'm not holding it up to the camera as much, because this is honestly the easiest way to see it right here. All those links that are joined together, they're all little connecting rings that interlock together one at a time, one after another. So it's a very easy way to get a piece of jewelry home that is going to have a real designer touch, I should say, and designer element to it, and just a nice affordable price point for 22. I didn't even mention again, $389.99. We have 5 budget payments, meaning first payment all that's due of $78. You're going to get free shipping because of the price point. Anything over $50, free shipping. So on TikTok, again, that little link up there, if you want to order, that's how you can order this. Or if you wanted go old school, I guess going to the website and ordering that way now is old school. 7571545 is the item number. Search 22 karat. You'll find our other pieces of 22 karat because we have on our website a lot of other pieces of 22 karat. I was a little surprised there when I just saw how many we have. And the interesting thing about our 22 karat assortment is a lot of it are chains. Now, they're bigger gram weight chains, and so they're going to be more money. But just to give you an idea, this is 2.05 grams, is $389. We have a 4.7 gram chain, So twice the gram weight and a little bit extra, it's over $1,000. So that's how good this price is, that you can get a 2.05 gram chain and it's 300. Not that that 4.7 gram for $1,000 isn't a good deal, because it certainly is, but this is just a lot better deal. Let's just call it what it is at that price. There are pendants. Oh, actually, that's a ring. Oh, wow, is that a nice ring, too? We have a dragon ring on the website. So there's all kinds of good things on the website. If you would just want to check them out, you can go to our app and have a look around and see what we have in 20 karat, 24 karat, 22, 10, 18 karat. Because this is, let's face it, the smart way to shop for your gold. This is, it's, by the way, going back to the reviews here, this is a very highly rated item. 4.6 stars. 4.6 stars on the website. So you can read what others have had to say about this on shoplc.com as well, and check those reviews out. So some great things still to get to. We have less than an hour to do it, and so we're going to get to some outside of the chain realm things. Still in gold, though. So everything we're still going to show you is either going to be 10, 14, 18 karat, somewhere along those lines. But now we're going to put some Sleeping Beauty turquoise on display. And here it is here. There it is there. Take a look. You can see that Sleeping Beauty turquoise ring and how beautiful that is. That is a big example of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Now let me just mention this. That Sleeping Beauty stone, that one stone weighs, actually no, total weight is 5.4 carats. There are some diamonds here as well. Let me get a measurement on the Sleeping Beauty. That is huge. That is a 13, it's approximately 13 by 10 millimeters. That is a very large example of Sleeping Beauty turquoise at 13 by 10 millimeters. Again, just look at this on the monitor here. Holy cow. Big stone in a gold setting with diamond accents, which is what's so really nice about that, is you've got the classic display right there. That's Sleeping Beauty turquoise and genuine diamonds. Those are some nice diamonds, too. One of the great things about our Sleeping Beauty inventory, two things about our Sleeping Beauty inventory. One, it is not what it used to be. And our gem buyers were just at, in fact, our whole team, the Tucson Gem Show. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Just to add someone on TikTok. Maria said, I miss you all on TV. Oh, Maria, you must have been one of those that lost us. I know we lost some Dish Network, I think it was. And man, we miss all of our friends on Dish. Is one of the reasons why we love to be able to point out that, we still have the streaming devices. So if you have a Roku or an Apple TV, Samsung television, LG television, Vizio TV, these are all devices that there's an app you can download. We're still, as long as you have internet, still out there, so you can watch us literally directly on your TV through those devices. Fire Stick, I always forget about that. When Amazon puts those Fire Sticks on sale, you can buy them for like nothing. They almost give those Fire Sticks away. And we have an app that you can download right to that. And so there's still some other ways that you can get us. But yeah, we miss Wave of the Future, streaming. This what we're doing here too. There's more and more of that popping up. Everyone's doing it. But yeah, we miss you as well. But just getting back to the Tucson Gem Show for just a second here, because that was one of the things that we told them. Make sure that you're on the lookout for Sleeping Beauty. What's the status of the gemstone? And the status of the gemstone is, as it's been every year, less of it at the gem shows. What is there has gone up in price, and so it has become much more difficult to get. So when you see a piece of Sleeping Beauty and of this size, and it's only $547.99, because I really want to stress, only $547.99. That is an amazing price considering how much more rare this stone has become, because every year it's become more and more rare. There's the diamond fact here, and you have the diamond touches as well, so some genuine diamonds also. taking advantage of this. Oh, good. Maria just said I do watch here and live on the channel. Good. I'm glad that you are still able to find ways around it. It's one of those I know frustration. My mother also was a Dish Network customer, and so she lost us and finally just had to say, okay, we're getting DirecTV. So just went that route. But yeah, I tried to tell her all these other ways to watch the show too. I think she has yet to watch the live stream, so you're one step ahead of her, just at least finding the live streams here. One thing I was going to mention too, this is a 5-star item. By that I mean it has achieved, after 8 reviews, a perfect 5-star rating. That is really unusual. Now, not that items that are 4.8, 4.7 probably don't deserve a 5-star rating, but you know what it is. There's always going to be that one person that doesn't like the restaurant that you love, and everybody else in town loves that restaurant. But one person went there and got slow service, so they give it a 1-star review on Google, and that pulls the average down. This is still a 5-star rated item after 8 reviews on the website. That, to me, speaks volumes, because I'm a review reader. I don't write them as much as I probably should. But I read reviews for everything. Before I buy anything, before I eat somewhere, I'm always checking out reviews. And so that says a lot to me when it's that highly rated, that it's up there at 5-star after all those reviews. Speaking of Sleeping Beauty, now we just had the ring. Actually, let's show you the pendant. In fact, I'm going to show you both of these together. Because if you're interested in the ring, look at that combination together. There's the ring, there's the pendant. Now, it's almost like they were designed for each other. I don't know that these were designed to go together. I don't honestly think that they were designed to go together, but they work perfectly together. And the pendant, now hang on a second. Let's talk price. The pendant is even more affordable than the ring was. And that ring was a great buy. This pendant is, listen to this, only $499.99. It's in 10 karat as well. You do not get the chain, I beg your pardon. The chain is not included. Got a lot of chains we can find for you though. So, for a few dollars more, you can add a chain. But that pendant is amazing. Now, look at that. Let me of these things over so maybe you can see the screen a little bit better, because there's that one shot right there. Look at that. As she is putting it on, and there you can see how perfectly designed and sized and styled that is. Diamonds above the Sleeping Beauty turquoise. So you've got real diamonds there. What we call a twin prong setting is holding that stone in place. All that is where you have 2 fingers of gold that are coming up and holding the stone in place. So your Sleeping Beauty turquoise is extra secure. That is a more expensive thing to do, which is why you don't see it every day. Most jewelers, in fact, will not do a twin prong setting. Some will just say, well, it's not necessary. And, well, to be fair, most of the time it isn't. There are some stones that are so large and so heavy, though, that they need the security of a twin prong setting. So it's kind of a nice thing to have on occasions like this, because that is a larger stone. I just think it's prettier because you don't see it that often. Let's face it, it just looks more expensive when you've got those extra pieces of gold coming up and holding the stone in place. It just looks like you've spent more money because, well, most of the time you have spent more money. So you have that added security of those extra fingers of gold holding the stone in place. The diamonds are a beautiful little extra touch too. So you're going to get not just Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but GH Color I3 Clarity diamonds. Those are minimum grades. Anytime we talk about grades on stones, we will always give you a minimum grade. It could be even higher than that. Same thing with carat weights. When we give you carat weights, there's always going to be a minimum. They're all calibrated stones, so it's not like it's going to swing wildly, but if we say something is 5 carats, it might be 5.01 or 5.02. We'll always give you the lowest number there, so just feel good and safe about that purchase. You are looking at a gorgeous pendant today, and again, so affordably priced, but more to get to. Don't go anywhere. I hope you can keep me company for another 40-45 minutes or so, because we have more to get to. A lot of nice things still to come. A lot of beautiful gemstones, and in fact, interesting. I'll tell you why I'm saying interesting. This is turquoisite, and we don't do much turquoisite in 10 karat gold. This is very unusual. Most of the turquoisite we ever show you is going to be in, if it's not in silver, because we do silver for the smaller pieces, but when you get to a larger stone like this, most of the time it's in 18 karat gold. It's very unusual, very, very, very unusual to see turquoisite in 10 karat gold. So this is kind of cool, actually, to see a piece of turquoisite in 10 karat, because this is a larger stone. Now, for those that have never heard of it, there's other terms that are used for this gemstone. It is a color change stone, and one of the names is trademarked, so we really aren't supposed to use it. It is a color change diaspore, but turquoisite is one of the more interesting finds over the past few years. I'm just going to step back here for a second, because I want you to see these images that we have of the stone, because as you're looking at it, it's mainly a golden gemstone. In fact, I think on all of these images it looks like it is golden. However, it has a color change property. So under UV lighting, different types of lighting, it will change, and it will in some cases become almost more of an kind of like an orangish color in some cases, sometimes almost more of a greenish color. It's a very interesting gemstone. Now, this is a good example of Shop LC doing things that you don't see every place else. One of the, and this is why I would invite you to go to our website. If everything we're just showing you here, just not your cup of tea, watch the live show, our regular 24-hour broadcast, 7 days a week on television, or just go to the website and look around, because there is a massive variety of gemstones and gold jewelry and silver jewelry. And we're not just jewelry. We are items for the home as well. It's an increasing part of our day. I'm here every Thursday on television in the morning and afternoon. We don't do a single piece of jewelry in those shows. Anyway, and have a look around, because we have gemstones like turquoisite nobody else has. There's very few retailers in the world that have that gemstone right there. So you've always felt like, I want something that helps me to stand apart, helps me to be different than everyone else. We have those. We have those gemstones here. We have the gems that you're not going to see coming and going. We have the gemstones here that no retailer is going to have. And in an increasing number of times and situations where we're showing you things in precious metals that no one is doing anymore. There's an increasing reliance on stainless steel by a lot of designers, and I mean high-end designers. We're selling this pendant for $897.99. You can take that same amount of money into a store, buy stainless steel jewelry, and get much more commonplace stones. This turquoisite, AAA grade, is accented by yellow and white diamonds, natural yellow diamonds, which we're starting to say more and more often now. The natural yellow properties, the natural yellow diamonds that you're getting are very unusual to see. Natural diamonds in color are exceptionally rare to find. Most colored diamonds are treated. There's various processes that can take a diamond and with the right chemical properties already, turn them yellow or blue or red or green. Natural yellow does not happen very often in nature. So it's a very unusual thing to have natural yellow diamonds in a pendant, and then you're able to get it for $897.99. And you've got that beautiful turquoisite stone too, which is just a whole nother conversation to be had about the natural properties of that stone. Color change gemstones, again, short list. Not a lot of color change gemstones out there. This is one of them, and we don't see them very often. And when we do see them, again, they're $897. So if you're interested in that, do take this opportunity right now. Take advantage of that price at $897.99. We have the 5 budget pays as well. Remember, budget pay is simply a way to spread out the payments over a series of months on your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover card. And we still send you the jewelry. You're still wearing the pendant. In no time, you will have that pendant on. You're going to be wearing a turquoisite pendant and saving thousands of dollars off of the retail value. It is in a pear shape. Great shape for turquoisite, and not a shape we see very often, which is another reason why I wonder why they did this in 10 karat. I'm not arguing the fact that they did it in 10 karat because it saves you a lot of money because it's in 10 karat gold. So that's good, but let's face it, a stone of this size and this carat weight, 99% of the time, they're going to set aside for use in 18 karat gold because they want stones like this, because they're so special and so rare, to have an added value, an added importance. And so they put them in 18 karat gold. So it's a nice treat that they're in 10 karat. We love the caratage, love the weight of the piece. 2.5 carats is the total gemstone weight when you add in all the diamonds and that turquoisite. That's an exceptional one. And I love the fact that we do have this. And the yellow gold is just, it's the perfect setting. Let me show you this up close once more just so you can see maybe a better shot of it. I mean, that is a wonderful stone. That is really a quality piece, which just keeps adding to my questioning. Why on earth is it in 10 karat? And they didn't. And again, I'm not arguing, but it's just you would think they would have put that in 18 karat gold. It has that feel of one of the stones that they would set aside. Because they do this. When there's really good stones, really exceptional stones, they set them aside for use in 18 karat, and in some cases they save them for platinum jewelry, because that is a stone of such high quality you would expect that it would be saved for a higher precious metal. But it's a good thing. And you get it at $897.99 for turquoisite. We don't see a lot of turquoisite on Sunday evenings. Sometimes Tony is usually on Sunday evenings with Heather, and once in a while they'll bring some out. But outside of those shows, you just don't see it that much. And so it's kind of fun when we do get these moments. Now go to the app and go to our website and have a look around. Type in turquoisite. You might see some more. You can go to Google and type in turquoisite, and then you might also see those trademark names for turquoisite that we can't mention, but other than that, it is a color change stone, and there's not a lot of color change gemstones in the world. Alexandrite is probably the most well-known of the color change stones. Turquoisite is probably a good number 2 right now, at least here. In fact, that might actually even be more popular than Alexandrite is right now, if I'm rethinking what I'm saying. So that's probably the more popular of the color change stone. So again, if you're interested in that, we've got some sizes, 7, 8, 9, so you've got some sizes to select from on that. And then we're going to introduce now, I shouldn't say introduce, but it's been a long time since I've shown anything in what we call the Mirage collection. We started this probably 4 or 5 years ago now, and it's a collection that we started right here at Shop LC, designed around this idea, this theme of like a cage for your hand. So as you look at the stones, Mirage Collection is all about that particular setting. That is like a cage, or we've got something that looks like honeycombs. But all of the Mirage Collection are going to have that idea. They're also set, I'm going to show you a side view of this, very high up off of the hand, because the gold comes up quite a ways, frankly, off of the setting, which really is kind of a cool factor here. Price on this. Let me just cover this right away. This is $229.99. This ring right here is $229.99. This ring, because of the gold weight and content, should never be selling for $229.99. Now, I'm going to talk more about this in a second, but I want to just point out, again, reviews. 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's not after 7 reviews or 8 reviews. That's after 23 reviews have been left for this ring on the website by people that bought it and are leaving reviews on it. 4.5 stars after 23 reviews. More reviews, the more likely there are to be people that, haven't cared for it and have dropped the average down. That says volumes about this ring. Why would people love it? Part of it, I know from experience, is the design. The fact that you have this beautiful creation with that cage-like effect, which I should show you, I guess, goes almost all the way around. On the very back, they do stop the design about 3/4 of the way around, or 2/3 of the way around, so that it's polished on the back. So on the very, very back, a jeweler could size this. So if you needed to take this to a jeweler to have it sized, there's just enough space there where they can make that adjustment. So that is possible where they can size this. And again, just the presence that has on the hand. Now your Nyasa ruby weighs 3.75 carats. Let me see if I can get you a millimeter on this too. Wow, that is a 10, is that a 10/8? That is a 10 by 8. 10 by 8 millimeter Nyasa ruby. So that's a big stone. Nyasa rubies are fantastic because, again, they're what we call fissure filled. And all that is taking the natural ruby and it's just working into the ruby a means of adding some color to fill in some of the imperfections that Mother Nature left behind. It's a standard treatment. And what it does is give you a uniform red color. And again, I'll get out of the way just so you can see maybe on that image better than anything else because it's moved around, how it has a uniform red color. There is no windowing. And windowing is a term in the gemstone world. That shot really does tell the story. When a stone moves and all of a sudden you can see right through it and there's no color at all. This doesn't have any of that. And so that's why fissure filling actually is a good thing in jewelry, in rubies, because it helps to fill in those imperfections that Mother Nature otherwise would have left behind. A 3.75 carat ruby of this color with this uniform clarity, if it wasn't a fissure filled, if it looked like this, probably would have been a Burmese ruby and probably would have been thousands of dollars. Now, there's not a lot of gemstone trade going on with Burma anymore. Most countries have stopped doing business with them for gemstones, so the odds of you finding a new Burmese ruby of this quality are slim to none. There's existing product out there, but even that is going to be far and few between as far as if you found like an estate piece or a vintage piece somehow. So the way to own this ring in this particular quality is pretty much, it's this. It's like this is how you would have to get in to get this ring, is through a Nyasa or a fissure-filled ruby. Now, I hear you. What about all the lab created? Because that's the other trend retail. Most retailers aren't even selling real rubies anymore. Just about every single thing they offer is lab created. If you're seeing rubies in a jewelry store, odds are really, really good that it's lab created. Most jewelers have stopped carrying real rubies at all. It's all lab created. Now, I have no issue with lab created. It's just they're pricing it where real rubies would be priced. So they're not giving you a break because it's lab created. If something's grown in a lab, there's no controlling the inventory. With Mother Nature, that's who's controlling the inventory. So I understand a ruby ring at $1,700 when it's real. I don't understand a lab-created ruby ring even at a third of that price. Well, you're buying real rubies right now for $229.99, and it's part of our Mirage collection, which just adds that whole style thing to it. Now, we don't have a ton of Mirage collection pieces in the inventory right now. There's a few. They're kind of far and few between. It's a collection we don't overproduce, which I think is good. We're not beating it to death. We do a few pieces now and again. And this just happens to be one of them that we have in the inventory right now. And it is beautiful. And that's a great price for it. Continuing with the rubies, though, and let me show you these up close first. Because these are spectacular. Now, these are also fissure-filled Nyassa rubies, which kind of blows me away. Because it used to be, I had a pretty good track record. I could spot a fissure-filled ruby a mile away. I would never, ever, ever have guessed those to be fissure-filled. Never, ever. Wow, those are good. Now, I'm guessing, no, they're done. I was about to say, I think they used moissanite above the stones. They did not. Those are diamonds. Wow, those are really good diamonds that they've used. That picture doesn't even do them justice. And unfortunately, it's one of those situations where you're just going to have to kind of get them home, I think, in order to really see what I'm seeing in person. It's just not coming through on screen here. But no, those have a clarity and a sparkle that really had me thinking that they were moissanite. Now, they're not D-flawless diamonds, which is pretty much what a moissanite duplicates. These are G to H color, I to clarity. Again, I just have to say, that's a minimum grade. Minimum you will get is GH color, I to clarity. Those look to be even higher than that. But that's what it says, so that's what I have to go with, is GH color, I to clarity. Those stones are spectacular. They really are. Anyway, so you have that combination of the rubies and the diamonds together, which is timeless, which is classic. You know, this is the kind of look that's been in style forever and will frankly be in style forever. When have rubies and diamonds not been in style? You know, come on, that's something that for generations now, for hundreds of years, thousands of years, you know, we're talking about gemstones that go back thousands of years. And so to own them for $229.99, this is a combination that your ancestors, whether it's grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great, go back to, you know, whenever, they could have worn, they would have worn. Because rubies and diamonds, and again, set in gold, same thing. I mean, for thousands of years, gold has been prized and appreciated. Wars have been fought over it, battles fought over it, blood shed for it, because gold is that important, is that valuable. To this day, you know, gold is trading for what, $2,000 an ounce? So gold has an inherent value that has stood the test of time and always will. So when you can get gold jewelry with rubies and diamonds, and again, just take a look at how beautifully set they are. 4-prong setting for the rubies, 3-prong setting for the diamonds, and then it's $229.99. If you want to go the budget pay route, 5 of them. First payment, $46. Mention the website again, because I always talk about the payment methods: Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover Card. Again, that's traditionally on TV what we mention. If you're ordering on the website, there are other options as well. For instance, PayPal, Google Pay, and Apple Pay. So if those are your means of I am all about electronic payment anytime I can. So the fact on the website, when you're checking out, you have those other options. If you want to use PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, right? They're all there on the website. We can't take them on the telephone, but on the website, those added options are there. So it's all there. And of course, on your app, same thing. All of those options also apply. So when you're checking out, if you prefer to use PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, it will give you those choices when you're going through checkout. Also, just to mention, because I don't mean to beat this into the ground, but it's so important you're aware. There's a feature on the app called Fast Buy. It's a little button right here that you can toggle on and off. Most important feature you can have on the app if you're watching the live TV show. Because on the live TV show, many times, items that are getting close to sell out, the only people getting them are those that have Fast Buy activated. I have 7 items on my wish list. What are they? Oh, that's right. Yes, I have a lot of clinical results stored here. And here's what happens, too. This is the other thing to keep in mind. As items are presented on TV or on this format here, whenever we talk about price, like on our live streams, the price is valid until 4 p.m. the next day. So I'm telling you right now, the kunzite necklace you're about to see is only $199. 415 carats of kunzite is only $199. Look at this necklace. $199. Now, as of 4 p.m. on Monday, all bets are off. It could be $299, it could be $399. I have items that are saved on my wish list there that I know were lower in price when I saved them. I didn't buy them at that moment. Now the price has gone up on those. So that's what happens when you wait. So right now you can buy 400, I wish you could feel this, 415 carats of genuine kunzite for $199. Let me take this whole thing up to the cameras so you can see this. Look at that. Wow. Yes, they're beads. All kunzite beads. Every one is a genuine piece of kunzite. And you're buying this 4.6 star rated item after 29 reviews. You're buying this for $199.99. This stone here, just that one stone, should be selling for $199.99. Let alone the whole neck piece, all beautifully strung. And it's items like this make my job so easy. 400 carats of kunzite, $199. Rinse, repeat. What more do I need to say? This is a 400 carat kunzite necklace you're buying today for $199.99. 415 carats. It goes all the way around to the back. Magnetic clasp. Lest there be any doubt how strong a magnetic clasp can be, this one is holding 415 carats of kunzite. That is a strong magnetic clasp that you're getting. Very strong, very secure, and it's only $199.99. Who is selling a kunzite necklace for $199.99? In fact, let me do some math. Let me put this down here. Leave it right there. Because I'm curious. $199.99. Let's see. $199.99 divided by 415. That is 48 cents a carat. You are now buying kunzite at 48 cents per carat. Like I said, makes my job easy. Look at the necklace for $199. 415 carats. Let me explain kunzite. Some people might be wondering about what kunzite is. Kunzite, spodumene gemstone. This is one of the most pure pink of gemstones. Morganite is generically referred to as a pink gemstone. It really is more of a blush stone. It sometimes will appear pink. Pink tourmaline is another pink gemstone, but if you ever think you're going to own 415 carats of pink tourmaline in your life, forget about it. Not going to happen. There's really not a lot of just natural pink gemstones out there. Most pink gemstones are treated to intensify or to create a pink color. kunzite is one of the rare finds in pink gemstones where, yes, it is pink. It's gorgeous. And you get 415 carats of this gemstone for $199.99. That is extraordinary. Now, as I mentioned earlier, prices are only valid from now through 4 p.m. on Monday. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's one of them that does go back up in price, because there's no way kunzite should be selling 415 carats for $199.99. No way, no way, no way. That is spectacular. I could babble on about that one forever, because that is pretty special. But we have other things we need to get to. Let me just make sure I haven't missed any questions here on TikTok. I don't think I have. Special hello to all of you who are joining us on TikTok. We're also, don't forget, on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on all the different platforms there where you can watch our live stream, and we appreciate you spending some time with us on this Sunday. Okay, moving to our Boulder Opal pendant. Oh boy. Wow. I just have to stare at this one for a second. Now, this is on clearance. I am shocked by this one. $759.99 is your price. Let me just double check one thing here. This is on clearance. Okay, yeah, I thought it might be. Yeah, it's another one whose price changed since the show was scheduled. So it's going to say $949.99. It does clearly show on the website at $759.99. So that's the price I'm giving you, is the web price of $759. So that's a couple extra $100 back in your pocket as of just a few minutes ago. Now again, usually when we do clearance events, we say all sales final. This is not an event. It just happens to be on clearance, so you're getting a clearance price. But don't worry, it will be, you still have the return privilege. Now, I want to just show you, and I wish, unfortunately, when we do these in the studio, in the television studio, we have a special light that we turn on. We bring the lights down because it really helps to duplicate how this is going to look at home, because it's tough on this platform here to really duplicate how incredible this is in person. Let me see if our image there. See, now that, again, same thing. It's our photo studio images. Just don't duplicate. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's a hideous pendant. It's gorgeous. It's just even nicer when you see it in person, because in person, and as you move it, you get all these flashes of color that start to come out of the pendant that they get lost until you see it in person. Even duplicating it through the camera here, it just is not coming through. Now what it is Boulder Opal. Boulder Opal is a doublet, and to just illustrate that, there's a backing. And most opals have these. It's just sometimes you don't see it. The setting doesn't allow you to see it. So it has a backing. Most opal has that. Australian white opal is going to have that. Most of them do. And it's there just because of the fragility of the pendant. Otherwise, without that, it wouldn't be something that you probably would be very comfortable wearing for very long. So let me just take this and show you again how this one, look at the one in the background and look at this. Do you see how they're slightly different? This is not a stone that they just calibrate and say, okay, we're going to calibrate these all 1210, making that number up, 12 by 10 millimeters. What the gem cutters do is they'll cut it for the best result with the rough that they have. In that particular example, a perfect oval worked out. With the rough in the pendant I have here, they realized, okay, you know what, for whatever reason, we have to do kind of a pear shape out of it. Now, you will get a minimum of 5.75 carats. So again, this goes back to minimum carat weights. I'm promising you will get at least 5.75 carats out of your stone. Now, as far as will it be this particular shape, this particular size, that part I can't make any promises or any guarantees on. This is why, again, 30-day satisfaction guarantee. I think you're going to fall in love with it no matter what. I kind of like the unique shape here that this one is in because it's not the same old oval or round or whatever it is, but that's the shape they're going for. Again, the reviews tell the story. 4.7 out of 5 stars. So it's a very highly rated item on shoplc.com. And when you see something that gives a light display like this, and this is kind of what makes Boulder Opal so special, is it takes white opal and just kind of magnifies the display because it has the darker background or foundation. The colors are a little bit more intense. It's kind of like if you were to shoot off fireworks during the daytime. White opal is nice, but the fireworks would get lost in the daytime. You have to wait till after dark to really see them. That's kind of the foundation of a Boulder Opal, is it's the dark sky, and now we're shooting off the fireworks. You can really see the colors coming out, the sparks, the reds, the greens, the blues, all the colors of the spectrum are really just almost magnified in that. So if you do want to get in on that, again, there is a clearance price. It is valid at least through 4 p.m. on Monday. What happens after that, I can't guarantee, but through at least 4 p.m. on Monday, you do have that clearance price in play. Now, on to the subject of emeralds and Colombian emeralds. Okay, here's one I got to get up to the lens. In fact, I'm going to do right up to the lens, and I'm going to do this first for TikTok and then for everyone else. So you can see, I'm hoping, in the background here so the camera knows where to focus. You can see the clarity of these stones because these emeralds have a degree of clarity you usually would only see with lab created. One of the perks of lab created is the fact that they can grow a perfect stone. They can grow whatever they want, but they can grow a perfect stone. And emeralds in nature rarely, if ever, grow perfect. I'm not saying these are perfect, but they have a very high degree of clarity, and you see that on the shot I just gave you, but also on this one. In fact, really clearly see it there. There is a very, very high degree of clarity in these stones that you don't usually see with emeralds. Usually you have to sacrifice one thing or the other. So I've got really clean, clear stones, so now I'm giving up the color. Wow, I've got a really good green color, now I'm giving up the clarity. This ring is giving you all of that. It's giving you the color and it's giving you the clarity. Now, usually, you would have to sacrifice then the price. And you'd have to say, well, I want it, and it's going to be $6,500. And that's the retail value for this ring, $6,500. We have this priced at $799.99. So we have it in 4 sizes, 6, 7, and 8. We have it in 3 sizes, 6, 7, and 8. Since this was printed, the 9 it looks like is sold out. A good jeweler can size this. You've got so much money back in your pocket that you can afford to take this to the best jeweler in town and have this one sized if need be. They could easily go a size and a half, maybe even 2 sizes on this, because the stones are removed enough from the back where they do the sizing so that they're probably going to easily be able to get to a size and a half, if not 2 sizes. And with 6, 7, and 8, the foundation sizes, we've got some room for you to go. When you think of the luxury gemstones, 3 usually come to mind, and they're all precious gemstones: sapphires, rubies, emeralds. They are the 3 that have been around forever. Again, the generational stones, the stones that if you ever watch the Antiques Roadshow, someone will bring in, hey, this was great-grandma's emerald ring, you know, it's been in the family for 150 years, whatever. Because it's an emerald, ruby, or sapphire usually. Those are the stones that have stood the test of time the best. Other stones have been around just long. Amethyst, we got our amethyst event, or just finished it, on the television side of things, been around a very long time. Fact is, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, though, are always going to outshine, as far as popularity over time, any other gemstone. So to have a stone like this today at $799.99, brand new and in 14 karat yellow gold, that's really special. Quality like that is usually only, well, two ways: lab created or green CZ. Now, green CZ is going to be a dead giveaway. That's not real emeralds because it's going to sparkle like a diamond, but it's a green stone. Lab created emeralds are going to duplicate the color and the clarity, but more often than not, retailers are selling them then for a price like this. Why do that when you can buy the real thing? You can get real emeralds, and you can get all three of them, 65 points total weight, so each stone is right about a 22 pointer. Again, they probably all will be 22, but this goes back to what I said before. If they find just one in the mix that is suddenly less, then we take the caraway down for all of them. So that's why it's totaling at 65, probably because one of the stones somewhere in the mix was a 21 pointer instead of a 22. So we're going to under promise and then over deliver, hopefully. So 65 points minimum weight on this in 14 karat yellow gold, and your price is $799.99. That is an exceptional deal. And at that price, please make sure that you, again, lock in what we have, because the size 9 is supposed to be here. It was a singleton, it's already gone. And the other sizes, quantities of like 2 and 3. So make sure that you get your order placed either by putting in sold 120 in the comment box, or if you're watching on TikTok, the link that you have up on the top there will be your means to get in and order this and get this ring home, because for emeralds of that quality, $799.99, you're stealing that from us. Take another good look at it, because that is beautiful. The quality, the quality, the quality. Exceptional stones, beautiful green color in each and every one of them, and that price of $799.99 is tremendous. Just again based on what we're seeing here for this price. So, excuse me, confirm your orders if you would. We are going to be moving along here in just a second. So, last call is on, and let's see, what are we heading to now? We have the earrings. Oh, right here in front of me. Okay, let me just hold this up quickly so you can see those incredible stones. Same story, different day. Quality stones. Feel really good about your purchase here. Genuine emeralds that you're picking up today for, okay, now listen, if you thought $799 was good, you're getting these right now for $499.99. $499.99. We do have budget pay available on these, so if you would like to grab them, that is the perfect earring. It really, let me tell you why I say that. And again, when the shot resets here, you'll see them. There we go, being worn. Perfect size, not too big, not too small. Noticeable, but not distracting. And the color and the clarity, that's why I'm saying, not to sound like a broken record, but it's the same story as the ring. Where would you get emeralds of that color and that clarity for a price of $499.99? I think you'd be very, very, very hard pressed to see emeralds of that color and that clarity, even lab created, for a price point like that. That is extraordinary what you have there. And diamonds, I2 natural yellow diamonds. You are getting natural yellow diamonds in addition to your incredible emeralds for $499. That is the icing on the cake. I mean, you look at that combination together, and it is perfection. If you want to give a gift this Valentine's Day that is perfect, I can't think of any way you improve upon this, then here you go. An emerald and diamond earring for $499.99. These are in 14 karat gold. You got to be kidding me. 14 karat yellow gold. Here we go. Here's the card. You will get this for these. AAA grade. That's an understatement. Boyaca Colombian emeralds, natural yellow diamonds, 25 points. Quarter carat of natural yellow diamonds. Oh man. And then total gem weight 65 points, so 40 points in emeralds, 20 points each ear. And it's $499.99. Man, this is a great try-us piece because first off, you know emeralds, you know diamonds. Classic gemstones. Everybody knows those. So you have maybe an idea what to expect when they arrive. So if when they arrive, they're not what you were hoping for, well, again, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. I think you're going to fall in love with these earrings. And at this price of $499.99, treat yourself. I know, did we get to almost everything? I don't think there's much we didn't get to. Because we're putting the top on things here in the next few moments. So yeah, it looks like we got to just about everything in the lineup here. So there's anything you saw, everything is shoppable behind the scenes now. So every single item has been scanned in, so it's all up for grabs. Again, every price we gave you is valid until 4 p.m. Monday, so Central Time, 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. Because some of these prices have gone on clearance since the show was originally planned. So I don't know if that was just for this or if they've got something going on behind the scenes in the works. I don't know. But every price that we've talked about today is valid until 4 p.m. Monday. All of the items, again, are in stock and ready to ship. Normal delivery, 5 to 10 days. Today being the 4th, I would say we're getting really close to the limit for guaranteed Valentine's Day delivery. So if there's anything here you're thinking about someone in your life, get those orders placed today so you've got that buffer. There's nothing worse than that last minute panic on the 13th. Is that item going to arrive on time? Is it going to be here in time? You order today and then odds are pretty good that yes, your items you will have in time for Valentine's Day or for whatever occasion that you're thinking about. For yourself, we've had some fantastic things. It would just be great. Like these earrings right here would be great just as a little gift for you because, again, they're emeralds and diamonds, and you can never go wrong with that combination. So there's anything at all that you have seen. All the shows are archived. If you thought, boy, so-and-so should see something, everything will be archived, and so you can send them the link so that they can watch the archive of these shows. And let your friends know about this. We do this twice a day, every day. Central Time, 10 a.m. until noon, and then 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Every single day, without fail, we are here live streaming. And of course, we have Shop LC, the television end of things, where our network runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm going to see you. My regular shifts on TV now are on Tuesdays and Friday from 4 until 6 and then 8 to 11 Central. And then on Thursdays in the morning, 9 to noon and 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And then Sundays, I'm either here streaming or on the TV end of things as well. So once in a while, we've got some weird days coming up. I'll be doing some overnights later on this month. But anyway, thank you for keeping me company this afternoon. I guess since we got through everything, we can pretty much put the top on things and say tomorrow, don't know who's here, but someone will be here to take you shopping on the live stream. Thank you for keeping me company today, and we will see you all on the TV end of things on Tuesday.
All right. Nice.
Perfect.
Second delay is always fun.
Yes, of course. No worries. Anything else you need from me?